Hi everyone, this is Courtney Bonds from Lifescape Counseling Services. I am a CBT therapist here in Fort Myers. What I want to discuss in this video today is the awareness of PTSD, which stands for Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder. There is like a lot of other mental health disorders and mental health in general, there are so many myths and kind of concepts that we stereotype and really have a lack of understanding and a lack of awareness as to what having a clinical diagnosis such as PTSD might mean for an individual. One thing that I want to share with you are some of the diagnostic criteria that an individual or a counselor clinician might be looking for or observing from somebody or the client might be experiencing when it comes to PTSD. So one of the first concepts is re-experiencing whatever it was that was traumatic, whether it was a singular event or a prolonged chronic trauma, such as abuse, emotional abuse, repeated losses. Um, so re-experiencing these traumas within flashbacks or nightmares, or even something as small as the color red might be a triggering thing where it sets that person back into re-experiencing a traumatic moment in their life. Some things that some triggers maybe the client individual themselves are not fully aware of that that are having an effect on them. The next one is hyperarousal, hypervigilance. So the person who's experiencing this symptom might not necessarily be fully aware of the physiological symptoms of PTSD and hypervigilance, where just like every muscle in the body is tense. You are always on the lookout, like looking for where are the openings in this building, where are the entry points. I have to be ready for attack. Your body is also getting ready for attack. Your levels of cortisol, your adrenaline levels might be in proportionate to what is actually happening, like going out to eat or being in class or being with family. The next one, avoidance. Avoidance is common in many disorders, particularly specifically with the anxious disorders such as PTSD. So avoiding the fear or avoiding a possible trigger or not knowing what your triggers are, so you just generally try to avoid the fear of it. Avoid spending time with people, avoid opportunities where people are going to ask questions, maybe even avoiding therapy, because in therapy we bring up all this. So avoidant tendencies are definitely something to look out for. Something that goes along with avoidant tendencies, specifically with PTSD as well, is substances. So, kind of dissociating from reality and using substances as a coping to get out of that fear, that trigger response by using substances, whether it's narcotics or weed or alcohol. Substance abuse is comorbid, is common when somebody is trying to cope with PTSD. Intrusive thoughts. So a little bit goes back to re-experiencing an event where somebody is irritable, hyper aware, or just thinking about things that were coming up from them from the trauma. That person is also having these negative, ultra negative thoughts. So feeling not like themselves, responding in a way that not consistent with their character. That can be definitely a significant market change, which will all of these will then in turn affect your ability to be with family, be at work, go to school. It will affect your functioning in everyday life. So one of the treatments that we use here with CBT is cognitive processing therapy. So we will work through the trauma, work through the intrusive thinking, and start to rewire those thoughts. Something that we use also working as in a comprehensive model is assessing sleep hygiene, assessing, well, what are you putting in your body? What are you, how are you exercising? How are you getting out all of this cortisol and adrenaline in a healthy way? How can we replace maybe maladaptive coping of isolation, avoidance, and dissociation with helpful coping? How can we make things safer? So the reason why I wanted to go through all of that is because in general, I've been really noticing and being more aware of the deep lack of awareness of PTSD and how that might be affecting families, individuals, students, and their ability to be in the classroom or their ability to learn. People having trouble in their relationships with somebody that they truly love but are constantly being triggered. So, how can we, hope to overcome these things and to live our fullest lives when we really don't have an understanding of what's happening cognitively, psychologically? PTSD awareness will also, the more awareness we have, the more compassion we might have for an individual who might be experiencing that, or compassion for the partner or the family or the children of who that person is connected to. So, for this video and in general, we want to advocate for mental health awareness. Today, PTSD in particular. Some of the resources that we have available are located on our resource page, but definitely the National Suicide and Crisis Line is available. Our local 211 will help you with community resources here in Lee County. And of course, as therapists, we are always available. You don't have to live this life. You don't have to have these symptoms for the rest of your life. It doesn't have to be this way. And it's definitely encouraging to know that you have options. So whether it's CBT, EMDR, psychodrama therapy, whatever it is that works for you, you do not have to continue living this way. There are lots of options for clients, individuals, or families, for other helping professionals that want to be more aware. If you have any questions, definitely reach out to me, text, email, whatever is good for you. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you next time in the next video.